All right, we got this OP-04 Issho. This leader is, in my opinion, very versatile. Complements so many builds. One of the builds we're showing here is a Supernova build. Now, this guy ain't no Supernova, but he's pretty cool. He helps you drop the 5 drops. But we all know that Supernovas love their 5 drops. Oh yeah, that guy over there. You know? So the thing to understand, especially with this build, and feel free to do whatever y'all want with this. That's what we encourage. Is that Issho doesn't hurt, but only helps. Go ahead, click. Right? Being a green to black leader, he complements pretty much anything. So take any build that exists, that pretty much exists right now. The way his effects work, restanding a 5 or less, and just an AOE -1, he complements all the builds. So what we're doing here with this strategy, what we're doing here with this strategy is just taking a Supernova deck and just using Issho to enhance it, right? Because keep in once again, his leader effect complements decks, period. So think of green decks that exist, think of black decks that exist, and that's it. Just use Issho to just add some seasoning to the decks. And when you look at the Supernovas, right? He pops a 4, Issho helps him pop a 5. He pops a 5, a 3, Issho helps him pop a 4. And then you got this card that nobody likes using, but we was using it for fun, Demon Face. You could KO 2 5s, Issho allows you to KO 2 6. Of course, this card combos with everything we already saw, right? Upset by 2, so 6, 5, very powerful, draw 1. And then this is just because, I guess you might as well click it, right? Straw Sword, rest anything. This is kind of just in there. We all know you can take it out if you feel like it, but this is in there. Yeah, Basil Hawkins' special move, right? You gain an extra life when Basil Hawkins is on the board. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. Don't take me serious. That was a joke. Oh, look, see, 2 Basil Hawkins cards. But yes, so think of it with that mentality. You're just using Issho to enhance whatever is already existing. And you kind of wonder, why is he in there? Because it's Kuzan. He helps you draw 2. And then if he's on the board in front of any of these guys, that's devastating, right? A 7, a 8, you know? We got the Straw Sword again. Oh yeah, Straw Sword obviously can rest the characters, so these characters can swing on them. And even if that's the case, it's still enough done. That's 8 done, but you're taking 2 bodies off the board. Strong characters, right? And I guess the next best thing to do is just to show you the gameplay. But yeah, remember, Issho enhances. Keep that in mind. Very important. All right, so we got a Issho versus Doflamingo. That is another deck I want to work on to see what we can do for Doflamingo in this meta. I felt like he was truly underrated last meta, but that's another conversation. I'm talking about Dolph, right? Underrated last meta, that's another conversation. Right now, we're here to display Issho, and we get to open up with a Bonnie as he opened up with a Law. He got blocker Doflamingo, so he's rearranging the top set of cards. And interesting, I feel like in this matchup, we just gotta hope to get our Hawkins, because you know, Doflamingo is going to constantly establish board with his leader ability. Right now, we get to get some free Bonnie searches thanks to Issho's ability to restand Bonnie. We can kind of keep spamming it until he figures out a way to get it off the board. Decisions. Okay, settling for Punk Gibson. Swinging. I don't know. I think it's probably just better to swing for no Dawn and just encourage your opponent to discard a card. I don't know. But sometimes it is good to establish like some damage early, so that way when it's your turn to take damage and the board swings again and now you're back on the offense, they have a lot less health. So I guess it depends on the deck. It depends on what you're getting. Wow. So he put, I wonder if that was an accident, but he set the deck up to have another blocker Doflamingo. So yeah, he's rearranging his top 5 cards again, and he's attacking the Bonnie. So from the looks of it, we can't save Bonnie. Looks like it was going to go for a bait play the Punt Gibson and rest one of the blockers. But in the end, it looked like it was just better to restand Bonnie. It's debatable. Get the blocker out the way, or I mean, you got to figure out what to put on the board. What would be beneficial? There's nothing that's gonna combo with Tashigi with a hand like this. At this point, we have to like top deck, but you keep spamming the Tashigi over and over again. See my hands, by the way. All right, we're gonna attach it on to Issho. Go for the swing. Okay, play no games. Take the blocker off the board. Not looking to have his board look so healthy. Just play law raw. There's no combos for him. Oh, we get bottom deck. 3,000 worlds. What an answer. All right, what do we choose? Take a card. Okay, wow. Got 2 1-drops right there. Decisions. I mean, hey, right now there ain't nothing wrong with just putting blockers on the board just to get something out there. Might have to, eventually play a defensive Puck Gibson to rest one of his blockers and try to take that off the board. But this hand is looking a little weak. Might need to get attacked again. Ain't gonna lie. Alright, Issho gets his Dawn. Swings. Doflamingo has plenty of cards in his hand. I'd be wondering, like, okay, there you go. There's the 2K. Tashigi's just out there. Yeah, I think what? Forgive me, I think she what? Might be 4,000. So, things to swing back with. Might have to play that Scratch Man. Now that I think about it. He's answering back. Wait, what? A Perona and a Doflamingo. Okay, did Perona bottom deck? Yep, okay, so bottom decked and then rearrange the next set. And look, okay, there we go. Got a Moria, gets his 2K back. Alright. So we got a Moria to deal with, and we got a blocker to deal with, and we get the Hawkins top deck. Decisions. Well, Hawkins, we got 10 down. Hawkins is eating 5 if we want to get him on the board. So we got 5 Dawn to play with, unless we're looking for a restand. Then we got 4 Dawn to play with. So what are we doing here? If we go for the Moria, it's probably to see if we can get cards out his hand. Okay, Moria it is. Because it'll be understandable him wanting to save it. But he has so many blockers and cards in hand. He can honestly protect that, which he does. Now we kind of got to make it count a little bit. Blocker hits. And we protected Tashigi. Okay, that was a max Dawn play. Kind of lets him know that we got no defensive events, but we do got 2 blockers. We still got some life. So we're going to be okay for this turn. And hopefully Hawkins can start wrecking. So he has 2 Dawn up. He decided to play 2. Swing. Decide. Okay, drop a 2K counter. Easy defense. I think that's another 2K counter. I don't know, something must be discussed. I guess because of the hand size. I think that's what it is. I think we don't got much going for our hand. Yeah, we might be debating because you take that like you drop that 2K. Okay, yeah, drop the 2K, be down to just the 3 cards. You play something, but top decking a Drake means we get a pop for free. So. And the fun fact, okay, so go for Moria, get the restand, he lets it go. That means we can attack life. He's probably going to take that. The Drake is going to allow us to pop anything that he uses his leader ability on. What he decides. He has plenty of life. He could easily take, and when he does, okay. We don't have to worry too much about that Jinbei, especially since on his turn we can block with our blockers, get those blockers off the board, and then just counterattack. Oh, going for pressure. Hey, I think this is just to play the straw sword. This card sees no play. It's in there for the fun of it. I mean, hey, we got the Hawkins on the board. It doesn't sound like a bad card, right? It's like, turn sideways. Let this happen. I mean, he has many blockers, so I'm sure there's a bit of a debate on which ones to put the most pressure on, but I don't think if he can save Boa, I don't think he's gonna let it go. Like I said, he got the 2 other blockers. Okay, so putting pressure on Boa, he either gonna drop cards on his hand or he's going to use a blocker. So and going for Boa is better than Jinbei. You don't have to worry about sacrificing anything on your board. Okay, now let's see. I would say, oh, okay. I was gonna see that was a misplay. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, just put a Dawn on Shishigi and swing, but that's overextending. This is the better play. Keep your Hawking safe. Keep him in a bad position. Put him in a position where if we want to take the life, we can take it. And if we don't, oh, the red rock. Okay, that happened. But his hand is looking dookie. Perona's going to set up the top 5. He's not really using his leader ability, but Boa just lets him draw. See, we have to take the life. It is what it is. Play defense. Okay. Block that because that's annoying. Okay, what we do here? I wonder if it would have been better just to block both attacks. That way we don't really have to worry too much, but get rid of Boa and then I say pressure life. That's what I think. Pressure life, make him want to counterattack. You could use your blocker, then you could try to get rid of the Jinbei next turn. But these are just me thinking, oh, if he lets it go, if he lets it go, okay, there you go. He gets rid of the blocker. So I'm definitely gonna assume keeping 2 up for a Punk Gibson play. I think that's 3 attacks, and I think that puts the game in position for lethal next turn. He doesn't seem to have that many cards. He got 1 blocker. I said 3 attacks. Forgive me. 2 attacks. Okay. Wants to leave a Dawn up. That's the debate right now. Leave the Dawn up so that way Law can be safe. Okay, just going for it. Swings for 7. Swings for 6. Decided to dump cards. You could have just used your law. I mean, he had blockers in his hand, so must be a big drop. Because you could have just played the blockers in your hand to reestablish board and compensate for the law you got rid of. Oh, kind of a big drop, but a big event, I should say. 5 Don. What do we do here? That'd be kind of nuts to play Puck Gibson. But then again, it would kind of force him to burn his leader swing on Tashigi, unless... But how valuable is it to tap that blocker? I don't know. Yeah, there it goes. Let it go. I got an 8-drop kid or nothing to... That has to hurt the feelings, right? Get an 8-drop kid, nothing to summon behind him. Yeah, that's gonna eat up all the Don. Leave 2 up for Punk Gibson. So that's kind of sacrificing the law right there. Okay, block. Get that off the board. No cheeky plays no more. You know what? It makes sense. Protect that law. Protect that law. There it goes. And there's a Mihawk. Gotta love it. Oh, poor fella. You know he wanted to swing. That's the tough part about this app. Kinda, there's no going back. There's not enough are you sure's. I believe there's a setting, by the way. I believe it's a setting that you can set to ask you, are you sure, if you want to end your turn. So I don't know if that setting is on for him or if he clicked away too much. So it looks like it's just 2 life each. 2 cards in each hand. Both boards got a big body on the board. What are the decisions? Okay. Gets more cards out the hand. Swings for 9. You take that. Establish board. Let's see what happens. You know what? I think this is like an easily telegraphed Punk Gibson. Wow. That's his 3rd one. Yep, there it goes. So shy. Almost. I ain't gonna lie, I think that's just low-key hopes that we burn the Punk Gibson in our hand. Let's see the decisions that is made. There we go. Okay, we got a body. Do we get a blocker? Any luck we're gonna top deck a blocker? Something to help keep us safe. He only got 2 cards in his hand. One of them can definitely be an event. Which means that could be a Don stack and swing situation. Okay, we do got a blocker, but how do we want to handle this situation right now? I don't know. It looks like a Don stack and swing, but it's tough because there it goes.
Okay, now what we have to hope is that, one, that it dies, and then two, he chooses to play a character or something before attacking, so that way he's not attacking us with a lot. Okay. There you go, sir. Your turn. 3 cards in hand, 1 card in life. Usopp. Oh, that's the Sniper King. Forgive me. Wow, he got rid of 2 2Ks. Swings for 8. That's a Punk Gibson. Okay. We got a card that we can't use. Okay. Well, the thing that's working in our favor is, since he wanted to establish board, we ended up technically we got the ability to summon a blocker. I'm surprised he didn't go for a flip, now that I think about it. Yeah, this Doflamingo's not a fan of his own ability. Okay, so he takes that life and we get a blocker. Imagine, oh my god, imagine that accident using Law's effect and having to bounce the Law back to your hand. Just losing the play altogether. Okay, he summons a Jinbei. Swings. Okay, I don't think it matters much, right? Because, okay, there we go. Play some Don. Still doesn't use leader ability. We get the block. He has no blockers established, though. You know what time it is. He has 2 Don up. Let's see. Here's 15. Hail Mary play. 9, 11. Win. Thank you.